Hi guys, I trust that we are all well, and for Muslim brothers and sisters, happy Eid Mubarak, right? Enjoy, of course, this day with all your loved ones, wherever you are. So today's segment, I just want us to have a general talk, probably those who are joining us, and those who also wish to join Zoom, uh, our Zoom link directly. I want to share this link. If at all you want to join this session, you can join this session directly using this link that I'm sharing on the chat. I want us to have a very candid conversation and a very open conversation, of course, about exams and the general accounting talk, right? So that at least we should be able to prepare ourselves for these coming exams and also to understand some of the changes that are happening, of course, in the accounting landscape. So for those who wish to join us on this session, I've shared a Zoom link. You can just use that link to join directly on this segment of ours. And today I'm going to open this segment for any question, both in relation to exams and also general question, accounting questions that, of course, you wish to get. So I don't know if I'm audible. You can confirm if I'm audible on the chat kindly. You know, I might just be talking, but I'm not audible. Yeah. So make sure that you confirm on the chat. You can just chat there, confirm if at all your Molimu is audible. You can just chat there to confirm that your Molimu is audible. As I've said, for those who are interested to join this link directly, where we'll be having this conversation, I've shared the Zoom link on the chat. You can just go on the chat, use that, and of course, you can join this link directly. So the first conversation that I want us to have today, let us start by the one that you can say it is very urgent, right? That is, of course, in relation to your exams. Understand that, of course, Kasneb exams nowadays are quite tricky, but at the same time simple. And one of the mistakes that students normally tend to make, of course, I'll be talking over some specific papers. I know I've talked about this some time back, but again, I'm also going to talk about the same in our today's segment. There are some papers that majority of the students, they normally tend to take them lightly, simply because like they say, this is what? This is a theory paper, so I'll just do exams, and after I've done with my exams, or rather I'm going to read for myself, so I've read for myself, I'm going to do the exams. Yeah, it's very good, but the big question is, do you have the strategy? Yeah, do you have that strategy that you're supposed to consider even while doing the exams? I want to share, that's the first thing that I want to share, right? The strategies on how to handle theory exams. And this is not only for Kasneb students, but this is open. And this, if at all is not a multiple choice paper that you're doing, this is open to, of course, every exams that you guys will be handling. And at this point, it is theory. The theory, remember, it is also on the computation part. Yeah, the theory part is also on computation part. So let us start by the mistakes that students normally tend to make, yeah, while answering these questions. So at this point, allow me to share my board so that I can be in a very, very good position, at least to have this discussion with us. I'm just sharing my board right now so that we understand, first of all, the mistakes that you normally tend to make while doing that theory paper. And the best way, of course, that you can always work it out. The best way that you can always work it out. So just a moment, of course, I'm sharing my board right now. That should be on. So we start with the mistakes that students normally tend to make anytime they are doing the exams. And as I've said, this is not only for Kasneb papers, but ideally general for all the theory papers or any exams. You'll find that what is expected from you when answering these theory questions. Say, for example, allow me to use these papers in Kasneb. We have, say, leadership and management, right? We have, of course, the other paper talk about auditing and assurance, both in advanced and, of course, intermediate level. We have, of course, company law. We have, of course, ICT. We have economics. We have, of course, introduction to law and all these papers. So you'll find that what the examiner expects you to do, you've been given a paper. And these concepts, by the way, applies also to the theory part in computation papers. You've been given a question to answer. At this point, of course, with all the tension, with all the anxiety in exams, of course, it always comes with a lot of things, yeah? But the mistake that a lot of students normally tend to do while answering these questions is you are going to answer, maybe you're asked a question, say, explain, say, like maybe advantages of a certain concept that you're asked. Explain or discuss the advantages of a certain concept that you're asked in an exam situation. One mistake that students normally tend to do, and at this point, I want you guys to correct it from this point. And you're going to tell Mwalimu if at all there'll be any difference on the same. See, so you'll find that you're going to answer that question in paragraph form. These are mistakes that you're making. When you're asked of, say, advantages, yeah, what are the advantages of ICT in the economy? What are the advantages of technology in the economy? For example, or maybe you are being asked, of course, what are the characteristics of a good leader? See, so these are questions that you are asked. So you'll find that one mistake that you are going to do, majority, you want to start answering the with paragraphs that the advantages of ICT, you have number one. You'll find that you want to start by explaining, ICT will create employment in the economy, then it will reduce poverty, then you want to give this aspect in a paragraph form. I know you understand what Mwalimu is saying, right? Or maybe when you ask for characteristics of a good leader, then you want to start by saying that, of course, a good leader should be a person who has good communication skills. A good leader with these communication skills, he can literally pass the information very clearly to the subordinates and the rest. See, so at this point, what you're doing, you're giving your answers in paragraph form, right? And what you are creating at this point, you are giving that marker a very hard time to try to locate where your answer is. So you'll find that a question, you've been given advantages of ICT, or maybe you've been told to give characteristics of a good leader. Questions allocated, maybe you're given 10 marks. You see, but on these 10 marks, you're giving me 5 paragraphs. And on this paragraph, you're making me as a marker, you're giving me a very hard time to try to trace your points on this paragraph. So if question was allocated 10 marks, you know the best that I can give you? I can give you, going through your paragraphs, I can come and say, maybe you have what, 4 marks out of 10. Maybe because I just want to give you grace marks, yeah? You've wasted your ink, right? You wasted your ink, right? So you'll find that, sincerely, if I told you to look at it on your end, you see the paragraphs that you've given. Actually, probably they were the best, and the exact points that this person was looking for, they were literally on the paragraphs. But because you're giving this person a very hard time, then you'll find that to locate these points, it will be very hard. So what is the best way that you can always use to answer such questions? Both theories in the computation part and those, of course, that you're going to get at theory papers. So the best way that I'm going to share with you is, number one, your ask of advantages of ICT. Creation of employment. That is a point. You see? So under this point, now give me all that you want to explain for me there, below there. So long as the main pointer has been identified by the examiner or by the marker. The main pointer has been identified. Whatever that you're going to state, all the stories that you're going to give me at this point, already I know your point was creation of employment. Characteristics of a good leader, good communicator. Already, whatever that you're going to give me there, whatever that you're going to state below this point, already I have the main pointer that I could have struggled to look at on the paragraph. And this case, first of all, it is going to create good impression for this marker. Even these guys, they're also human beings. They're also human beings. See, so like at this point, you're making my work much easier, right? You're not making me to struggle to look at the points. So you've stated, good communicator, I'll know that this student knows what he's doing or what she knows what she's doing, you see. That is a point. Whatever that you're going to explain for me there, I'll just grant you a point automatically. So if you give me this point and you state, you give the main point, 5 main points, regardless of what you're going to explain there, maybe because maybe you can't earn all the 10 marks, they can give you almost up to 9 marks. You see? And even a mark in a professional paper is always very key. If I told you you're looking at it for ACCA, if I told you you're looking at it for CPA, so long a mark is always very important, because this one mark can make a difference, either if you to get a pass or to get a fail. That one mark. So try as much as possible to always try, when you're given a theory question, always try to do what? To answer on point form. It will help you a lot. These cuts across all the theories that you have in professional, and also the theory part in computation area. It will help us a lot. And you find that that's the point where the students will, of course, clear the paper and will be like, or she will be like, that paper this time was very fair. At that point, nikishikwa hiyo karatasi, mimi sijui ni nini. Without or forgetting that, there are some strategies that you missed. You gave your points in paragraph form, making the work of the examiner very hard. So kindly let us always try to get this secret. It will help us a lot, and it will make a lot of difference. For you whom probably you've not been passing, or rather you've done leadership like 3 or 4 times, this is your last, this is the best secret that you can have. For you who've been doing company law, I don't know, company law nowadays, intermediate level is also a secret killer. Company law in intermediate level nowadays is also a secret killer. Some of the tips that you can always have is what Mwalimu is sharing right now. It will help us a lot, I can tell you for sure. It will help us a lot. Then another mistake that you guys normally tend to make, another mistake that you normally tend to make a lot when you're doing these papers are, you're told to differentiate, give the difference probably between A and B. The best way that you can always work this one out, I'm going to share. What majority of you normally tend to do is you'll find that at this point again, because you're used so much with paragraph, you want to give these differences in paragraph. You're making my work to be very hard. You're making me to struggle to look at the point that you have shared, and I will have gotten it very clearly. You're making my work so hard. So what is the best way to answer questions where you are asked of the difference between this and this? As I've said, this applies to all the papers, all courses, not only CPA, all course or any exam that you're doing, either at your bachelor's level, master's level, CPA, or any other professional paper, those who are doing NEC, it literally cuts across. You're asked to differentiate between A and B. You're asked to differentiate between A and B. And you want to start giving me in paragraph form. You're making my work to be very hard. The secret that you can answer such questions, and let me share with you today, is kindly just come, have a form of a very neat table. Have a form of a very neat table. And what we are going to do here, come and tell this examiner that you attended class and you want to make that work, his work very easy. Come and give me point of difference. Come and give me now, of course, whatever I read about A and B. Give me now the differences there. Point of difference, that is a mark already. Trust me, whatever that you'll be writing here, already I know the main point is here. And if at all this was allocated almost say like up to 10 marks, there's a very high possibility that you can earn all of these 10 marks. Why? Because you have the case stated very clearly, you earn your mark. You see, you earn your mark because your work is very well arranged. Your work is neatly arranged. And therefore, getting these points, it will be very easy compared to that student who is giving the answers in paragraph form. So what I'm requesting you, and this is a secret that I'm giving you today, when you get such questions, yeah, always try as much as possible for differentiate between A and B. Always use this format. It will help a lot. Maybe you're asked to give advantages or where you are required to maybe give answers, explanation or so. Always try to use what? The point forms. It will help you a lot. It will help you a lot. Yeah. So this is the best secret that Mwalimu is sharing with us. The two best secrets that you can always use to make sure that you are earning maximum points as possible in whichever question that you're doing. And trust me, after this, once you use these tricks, you'll always be like, why didn't I know this before? This is the best time that Mwalimu is giving us that secret, and I'm very sure it will help us a lot. So try that secret. Try that secret, and you're going to share with Mwalimu. Yeah. So that, of course, cuts across all the papers that you will be doing, which has a theory component. The other bit is that right now, I know you're looking at some 2 or maybe you're looking at, like, say, like 3 weeks exams. How well are you prepared, if I may ask? How well are you prepared for these papers? How well are you prepared, of course, for these papers? I know guys will be like, I've been studying for myself. This paper, I'm going to hack it out. This is a chance that I'm also giving you guys. This is a chance that Mwalimu will also want to share with us. We have prepared, as Mdarasa, we have prepared very good block revision classes. And I'm 100% sure that these block revision classes will help you a lot. So what is the best way, or how can you, of course, access these block revisions? It will help us a lot. We have our phone application, Mdarasa. Go to Play Store, search Mdarasa. Of course, right now we're having Mdarasa Lite. You can get it out. Or simply go to your browser. You just go to app.mdarasa.com. You'll have this beautiful, of course, interface. If at all you are a new student, you never had this account before, it is simple. All you need to do here is what? Just come and you create account. Follow the procedures, of course, of creating this account. After you've created your account, the best point would be just come and do what? Just come and sign in. Either if at all you're using the phone application, or if at all you're using what? If at all you're using our web application. So once you are on this dashboard, we have several courses. In addition to those students who are not doing probably CPA, and of course they're doing NEC and all other courses that they are doing. I'm going to talk about this case, the general finance, accounting, and taxation. So for those who are doing their CPAs, of course, you can just come here. You search CPA. This is what you want to do. Yeah. Once CPA will appear, you come get started. You click start learning, very easy. We have these options. Coursework is where you get access to whatever that you'll be doing in class all through the semester, plus the revision component. If at all you are interested only on the revisions, just come and click what revisions here. When you click revisions, all the revisions, whatever that we've published here already, they have been prepared for specifically for April exams. So maybe you want to go to financial management revision. You just click at that point. Of course, in this case, the payment card will appear. There are two options. You can do it directly, or you can use the information displayed below here. At this point, ideally, the amount is always 2,500, but right now, remember, there's that discount which we're giving you at only 2,000 bob. With this case, you're going to get all the revision videos. You're going to get all the guidance. You're going to also attend classes, the remaining part of the semester, to attend these block revisions live. You see, so these are options that we're giving you to make sure that at least you pass your paper very well. So it is simple as I've said. You just come, search app.mdarasa.com. You create your account there. After you create your account with the dashboard, you select where you have in CPA. From CPA, you scroll to the area that you want to do. After that case, of course, you just initiate the payment and you'll be very good to go. So this is the best way that we can, of course, and the best way that we can help you to make sure that at least you pass these exams. Amongst other tips, other than whatever that Molimu shared with us here, already I've shared them on the same what? The block revision part, which you can get amongst whatever I've shared. There are so many other tips that I've shared with you guys, which you can take an advantage of. The other part, of course, I know I also have a lot of followers there on YouTube, whom probably you're not doing CPA, yes, but you're having elements of maybe a FIM, FR, probably management accounting in your courses that you're doing, which is not ideally CPA or Kasneb course. Again, at this point, we've also got we've made sure that at least also you guys will be taken care of. How? If you go to our platform again, this is how we've taken care of you guys. Yeah. If you go to our platform, at this point, we have this area, general finance, accounting, and taxation. So this is not for CPA students, but ideally, any course that you're doing that has these courses, any course that you're doing that has financial management, any course that you're doing that has management accounting, any course that you're doing that has what? Financial accounting. We've literally prepared this for you. So that in that event, you are separated, of course, from whatever CPA students are doing. And in this case, you have general management accounting, general financial accounting, general financial management. So you just create your account as well. After you created your account, you come to get started. On get started, you start planning. Then you have what? You select the general course that you're doing. We literally make sure that you guys have also been taken care of. So I wouldn't wish to take much of your time. I know you guys are relaxing, but whatever Mwalimu has shared with us here, the tips, if you use them, I'm very sure that you not regret. You'll come and say, Mwalimu, honestly, hapa ulitusaidia. Hapa ulitusaidia. So take that chance. And if at all you're having any questions, probably, I've opened this chat where you can ask questions. I can see those who are watching right now. For anyone who has a question to ask Mwalimu, kindly put it on the comment section. I'm waiting to answer your questions. Or if at all you want to join the Zoom and ask questions directly, I've also provided the Zoom link there, which you can join and ask your questions anytime that you want. So any question, I'm waiting to see all the chats. Those who have any questions that they will want to ask Mwalimu, the floor is open. Now is your time to take the mic. Now it is your time to take the mic. Now is your time to take the mic. Or if at all you wish to get in touch, right? The number is there. And today I'm the one with the phone. +254 708 068 851. I've also typed it on the chat. If at all you are shy in asking the question on, of course, the chat, you can get in touch, and I'm very sure you're going to be assisted. So that point, thank you so much, guys, for watching this and for keeping me company as I was sharing with you these tips. To this point, wish you again